My name is Erica Pena Vest, and my husband, Ryan, and we have 2 children, Samuel and Andy. My mom lives with us. We're very fortunate that she's with us, and her name is Nancy. And we are a typical American family who just happens to be in the military.
I'm a pilot for the Navy. I fly with one of the helicopter squadrons here in San Diego and work out of Naval Air Station North Island. I'm here as an instructor pilot, so I generally teach weapons and tactics instruction to the squadrons that are here. We move around quite a bit with the military, so we've been here in San Diego for about a year now. We actually met when I was in flight school in Corpus Christi, Texas. So after I graduated from college, they bounced me around quite a bit, so I spent some time in Pensacola. They bounced me over to Corpus Christi, then back to Pensacola. So we actually never dated in Corpus Christi. It was always a long distance. We'd fly back and forth while I was in Pensacola.
We were pen pals is the easiest way to say that, which it was convenient because, of course, after you marry into the military, you remain pen pals for most of the time that you're married. I think we discovered that in the first 3 years of marriage, he had been gone for 2 years of it.
When you're away from home, whether you're on a ship or whether you're forward deployed somewhere or even just on a training exercise somewhere else in the United States, you miss home. Everybody does, regardless of what kind of business you're in. So there's always an eagerness to get home. But being gone a lot, it becomes difficult and you'll find a lot of military spouses or military wives will talk to you about husbands disrupt. They get into a routine that mom takes care of everything, mom takes the kids to school, and when dad comes home and tries to interject himself back into that, it's sometimes difficult, especially after long deployments, like the Army's doing 12 and 15 months right now. And after being a year away from home, it's really tough a lot of times for dads to get back into the swing of things. Beyond just the getting home and being excited to see everybody. So there's a little bit of a balancing act involved, trying to balance the needs of mom at home, taking care of the kids, and still get home and be excited to see everybody, but not immediately jump right in. It's hard with disciplining kids, things like that you take for granted a little bit when you're here more, that when mom has a system set up, you got to be careful not to rock the boat when you come back.
My husband and I are both members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, more commonly known as Mormons. I think that my faith plays a really big part in especially having to endure the life that we do. You know, I constantly tell people that it's very different when my husband goes to work because the chances of him getting hurt or the chances of so many things are possible.
We've got numbers on the fridge of 3 or 4 different people that if something goes wrong, there's always a willing helping hand, somebody I know that will come right over and help out.
That's one of the greatest things I think about our church, in addition to the fact that we're all alike in our faith, is that we count on one another. You know, that's become more common now for military wives, is we find jobs we can do from home, so that not only are we a support system for our children and our kids have that kind of continuity, but that we can also still maintain ourselves active, and especially those of us that have careers. And I got very lucky that this travel thing fell in my lap, and so now we do it professionally. And like I said, not only am I syndicated nationally, but we have our own website, and we just recently launched a blog. I also host a radio show that's online, and we're about to start what's commonly known as a vlog, or a video log of our adventures. You've met Sam, and as you know, he's quite opinionated and verbose, and we keep the blog that is in Sam's name very true to Sam. And I'll give you an example. We recently asked him to name his favorite place, and he said Pretend City. He thinks of it as the very big museum, and that's his favorite.